In this video, I'm rolling with Semi. This is Semi's debut on the channel. He's a really nice gentleman. He's 43 years old, 275 pounds, so he outweighs me by only 100 pounds. But luckily for me, Semi only has 2 months of jiu-jitsu training. Now, I did hear something about him being away for 5 years and coming back, and now it's been 2 months, so I'm not sure. I think he might have a little bit more than 2 months. Regardless, he's a white belt and a gentleman. So here we go. I'm just feeling him out, and I already, with no disrespect to Semi, I already feel like he doesn't have much of a guard. Like, his right leg isn't doing anything. His left leg is stretched out. So it was very easy to pass. Now, I can fight to stay on top and make sure, he never gets up. But I don't like to fight that hard. So here he goes to spin out. I usually could control somebody by their arms, but he was able to turn and get to his knees. He was like a giant bowling ball. It was very hard to control. So now I'm testing my frames. I have someone that outweighs me by 100 pounds laying on top of me, and I'm using my knees and my arms to frame, support his weight without struggling or getting smashed. You hear this terminology, getting smashed. Getting smashed requires somebody gets chest to chest with you. So here I'm flanking him, I'm behind his back. Again, just letting him work, seeing what he's gonna do, what he likes to do. Here I'm in my half butterfly guard, a common position for me. So I've nicknamed Semi Truck. He definitely is deserving of such a name. His style uses pressure, or at least he's trying to use pressure. Here I put him in closed guard. He's doing the right thing. He broke my guard open, and then he stepped over one leg. That's a good thing. Now he's climbing me. Now he could climb to mount if he brings his right knee over my left thigh. So I know this, and I'm kind of making an angle. He's using a lot of strength trying to grab me, trying to control my arms, trying to feed the Americana. So now I have my hooks in. This escape usually works pretty good, but the person has to sit on their left hip and make their right leg light. But he's not doing that. He's kind of climbing me and putting pressure, so that's good. It's a good way of negating my hook sweep. So now what I'm looking to do is arch my back and bring my elbow in, and then bring in my left knee, which you just saw. So that's the first step on the road to escape. Go back a little bit. So we're resetting because we were falling off the mat. So escapes are done in steps. Also, they're done with varying degrees of effort. How much effort are you going to put into the escape? Are you going to give it everything? Are you going to press the gas 100%? Are you going to put the RPMs up to the 7,000? Or are you going to just frame and technically go step by step to escape the position without using a lot of effort? There, he kicked my hook off. That was good of him. And now he's basically past my guard, but on my back, but not on my back. As many of you know, I like this position. You've seen it before. See, I let him grab my left hand. Now he's putting his knee on my head, 275 pounds. That was unpleasant. He made a statement of something like it feels impossible to do anything to me, but he is technically past my guard. Look how much bigger his arm is. So to really try for a submission, well, he tried to go to mount there. Normally I can stop it with my right leg, but he pressed it over. So if you notice, I'm making sure that my right leg and knee are connected. And again, trying to use my hook sweep, but I couldn't get out. My hook escaped. He's just too heavy and too big.
Nice.
As you can see, he's a bit out of breath. You know, he hasn't had a lot of training recently. Also, he uses a lot of athleticism and strength, you know, being tense. That being tense, if you're tense for a couple of minutes, it leads to exhaustion. So here he was mentioning about my ability to climb him. When he felt like I was escaping, it felt like I was climbing out. So I'm showing him a pass where I climb the person. And you've seen this pass a lot recently. If you watch the channel, I love it. It's simple. First you staple with your left leg, then you staple with your right. You got your knee cut in. I have both knees in. When I'm ready, I sink my elbow above his hip, grab his shoulder, and just turn. So that's a little post-roll advice. I didn't push Semi into a really long round because he's relatively new, and this is during class. So here I'm letting him know that if he pushes on my arm, if my arm is on the mat and it's very static, it's easy for me to climb out of it. If the arm is very loose, it would be like climbing a flag or climbing something that's very weak. So once you make your body static, it allows me to climb all over you. If you make your body loose, it allows sweeping. Usually you'll be in one of either state. But I want to thank everybody for watching. If you find value in my content and you want to help support the channel, I have an ex-martial link in the description. Anything on there is 15% off. If you use Jits over 50, they have tons of great gear. Or you could just buy me a coffee. The link will be there. I appreciate you all. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have a channel. And I'm looking forward to making more videos with Semi as he grows. Not physically, hopefully. Hopefully he decreases physically. But either way, it's good to get around with a heavier opponent. And as you could see, if you just learn the proper frames, win, lose, or draw, you won't be out of breath. And you won't be injured. See you in the next one.